After more than 3 months, the first 270,000 bottles of that retail kids' flu meds from Turkey have arrived here in Alberta as part of a plan to deal with an unprecedented flu season. Just one problem: is there still the demand for those drugs?
We've been seeing everything coming in slowly. We're still experiencing a little bit of shortage.
Kids' pain meds were more elusive than a Pokemon at this pharmacy early on in the flu season. But now, supply has gone up while the other part of that idiom has gone down.
What we saw in December was more of a demand in all the cold and flu things, but right now it's slowly starting to cool down and we haven't been seeing much of a demand.
Secured a supply of 5 million bottles of children's acetaminophen and ibuprofen for Alberta families.
Premier Danielle Smith announced in early December that Alberta was importing 5 million bottles of kids' meds from Turkey. Then came the Health Canada hiccup. Concerns lingering over the medication's pathology, no child-proof caps, and labels that were neither French nor English. 250,000 bottles were approved for hospital use in January, but the retail supply was delayed until now. The Federal Health Ministry confirming to City News the first shipment arrived last Friday. But Alberta Health didn't respond to a request for comment on the shipment, the cost of the meds, or a rollout plan.
You would think that there would be a photo op at a local pharmacy.
This political scientist says the radio silence from Alberta Health further confirms the kids' meds crisis has passed. But he adds it's not uncommon for governments to get stuck with a surplus of stock during an emergency.
We wasted a lot of money on vaccines because we used so many different suppliers. Because the crisis was so big, governments went and tried to avert it in every possible way.
Brad says the kids' med shortage was actually a global issue. So ultimately, Alberta's decision to strike out on its own was an attempt to paint the feds as failing the province.
It's the Canadian government, it's the Trudeau government that's letting us down here, and therefore we need to take action.
We still don't know when the kids' meds will arrive in stores, but even if shelf space is a little tighter now, pharmacists say they do welcome knowing they won't be scrambling for supply anytime soon.
It'll make a good difference. We always like to have our shelves stocked.
In Edmonton, Courtney Theriault, City News.